let's paint a little picture, take you on this journey. So AEW, they do the Forbidden Door. They decide, we're going to include CMLL in this or whatever. They bring Stephanie Vaquer in. They play promos of her. I think it's Megan Bayne because they had Megan Bayne signed since 2023 and Kamille, and we'll get into that in a minute. And so we'll get Eric Bischoff's thoughts on that precise thing in just a moment. Stephanie Vaquer wrestles Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Mogan. She books herself in out of 3 matches. She wins 2 belts. Vaquer stole the show. The crowd was behind Vaquer. She's not even in AEW or New Japan or whatever. Like, I guess, were there CMLL fans there? Hold on. Let me ask the soundboard. Were there CMLL fans there? So Vaquer steals the show. Phenomenal. I put it over. We were all saying it's a great match. A lot of these matches have gone too long. If this match was one of the featured matches, this would be whatever. But it was a solid performance, and she really stood out. And even Eric Bischoff was like, yeah, she stood out. Phenomenal performance, et cetera, et cetera. So all of a sudden, WWE swoop in, and they scoop Stephanie Vaquer up off the back of this performance. Now, already, there's big hype behind this girl. There's lots of people interested. They know WWE will take care of her. She's going right away to NXT. Shawn Michaels tweeted it out, which we're going to look at here. So Shawn Michaels tweets out, "Welcome to the WWE family, Steph Vaquer. See you in Orlando. Everyone go and follow Steph Vaquer. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. But she looks great, has a great look. AEW, they could have really driven it home that they want her, they want to feature her, whatever. And it was reported that CMLL, I guess, notoriously allows people like out of their contracts when they get big deals. Like, they have no problems doing that when people want to go to America. They'll just buy this shit out and we'll let you go, And so she's going to NXT. Actually, that Colby dude from Fightful, I'm going to shout him out. He actually tweeted out a good sensible tweet, because a lot of people were like, oh, she's going there. She's going to be in the LWO. Like, everyone's just melting down. Like, look at this person. First name John. Stephanie Vaquer is all elite. A lot of people posted it. Even like people I know are, oh, she's probably AEW bound now. Da-da-da-da-da. But no, she actually a while back, years ago, had a tryout with WWE, and she's been on their radar. And that's what I've put over with AEW before, man. It's good. It's good that AEW exists for that. Like, she had a great showing against Mercedes, who was one of WWE's top talent. Love her or not in AEW, she's one of WWE's top talents, the way they presented her, etc., and her work ethic in that company. And so this girl was more like over with, and it's not just the sickos. Like, everybody was like, yeah, this girl's pretty goddamn good for what this match is and the little bit of build they give it. So welcome to the family. See you in Orlando. I truly believe, and I talked about this with Ant Evans. I told him this, and he didn't know Tony Khan said this. I was like, yeah, Tony Khan tweeted out something about bald assholes or whatever. And Ant Evans, a bald dude, and he's like, really? He's pretty much just like, that guy. It was pretty funny. Danielson's got color, by the way. Here we go. So anyways, though, Vaquer signs to WWE. They swoop in and get her. Now, do you think who would have offered her more money? Tony, who's trying to cut costs, or WWE, right? Now, it's the opportunity as well. And sorry, I'm going to backtrack. I got off topic there, but dude from Fightful tweeted out to his audience and said, yo, the reason she's in NXT is because she needs to acclimate to the American lifestyle and just get in the ring and mix it up with different American styles and talents and stuff like that, which is absolutely true. That's all it is. She'll probably get called up sooner than later. And it's not like, what's the reason to bring her to the main roster? A bunch of these AEW fans were also saying leading up to Forbidden Door, correct me if I'm wrong, folks, but a lot of them said, I saw it online. I don't know if you guys are on X, at Pro Wrestle Times on X. Follow me if you don't already. A lot of people were on there saying like certain AEW fans I see, and I'm one of them, so don't get mad when I group you together like that. But they're like, I don't know Stephanie much about her, but check her out, and here's highlights of this, and da 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 da. Like, it was sort of a thing with Stephanie where everybody's kind of like, who was this? She is going to have a great match. I guess she's the New Japan Strong, etc., etc. I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's just crazy to now see people burying her before she's ever even stepped foot in the company. She hasn't even got off the plane yet. She ain't even packed her bags yet. And they're already shitting on her, turning on her. And I'm getting tired of it, guys. Like, I'm getting personally, like, these people, I'm going to keep covering it till the death of me, because we got to remind everybody. We got to let them know. You know what I mean? We got to let them know, like, we've been on to your shit, because these people, man, they're just burying her for what? She's about to go potentially wrestle like Julia one day soon, or whatever. Like, they just made a North Americans Women's Championship, correct? Where's Stephanie Vaquer from? Am I not mistaken? She's from Mexico, correct? Let me just Google that. She's Chilean, actually. So, okay, born in whatever. All I'm saying, though, is that Latino representation, that's what that belt was designed for, it's the Intercontinental belt, but just of their domestic continent. You guys know what I'm saying? So I don't know. They're just fucking hating. Vaquer is a solid talent. I'm not sitting here going, she's Julia, though. I've actually seen Julia work, like, and we'll see. But I have high hopes for her. Does Stephanie, George capture for $5, and thank you so much. This is a great, I love getting asked questions. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I love Dave Meltzer roasts but I I also love, and Young Bucks roast, but I love, like, questions like this. Does Stephanie being 5'2" raise any concerns to you, Phil? No, not at all. When people want to go, oh, Marco stunts like Rey Mysterio or Spike Dudley. No, but when it comes to Vaquer, I mean, look at Katana Chance. I think she's like 5'3", and she's a multiple-time tag champion, I believe, in the company. She's been featured prominently. Like, being featured prominently doesn't mean going out there and having a 30-minute banger. It means, like, dude, were you in the segments that did the, you know what I mean? People hate on Disco Inferno, right? And he may be annoying sometimes, but call a spade, like even the Observer admits, this dude was in segments that move numbers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Or at least I believe that's what Disco claims, but I know that seems to be verified by, people back that up. So yeah, I'm not concerned with the 5'2". That's like a Rey Mysterio thing. She might stand out because of that. Not that she's got to come and do a 630 reverse moonsault fucking senton, whatever, but it's just just her presence in the ring, like what she can do, style, matchups, which is what I really appreciate. WWE's really focusing on that as well. It feels very sports based, and then you watch NXT and it's like college athlete sports based type stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but they're just on the right track with all of that. We have some news too about Joe Tessitore joining the commentary. Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you, bruv. Steph's a looker. I would love her ass in that. Okay. All right, Thirstcast. Are we doing Thirstcast? We're not at enough likes to start doing Thirstcast, guys, okay? So Dave Shearer, friend of the show, he just doesn't know it. Great guy, never met him. Dave Shearer says, dummies get their news from guessers on Twitter, including clueless dopes like Uncle Dave. Smart people, well, they go elsewhere where integrity matters. Speaking of dopes, way to go, Tony Khan. Way to get Steph a job with the competition. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So he goes hard in the paint at Tony, too. But just speaking the reels, dude, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. And people, you can hate on Stephanie all you want, but she clearly, I don't know how old she is. Let's look that up as well. Let's look up her age. She's born in 93, so she's like 31. There you go, 31. It's a good age to, like, she's experienced enough to, it's like Ethan Page. Like, why do you think they put the belt on him faster than anyone since Kevin Owens in NXT? He broke the record. Why? Why is that? Because he's got the experience, he's got the reps, he can already do everything that they teach there. You know what I mean? They just are going to now take that talent, cultivate. And I believe the bald assholes comment pissed Shawn Michaels and Triple H off to where they went, we're getting petty. Yeah, we'll just start getting petty now, bud. Let's see how you like that. For $5, Will Chisholm. The next week after Forbidden Door, the next week she was backstage at Heat Wave. She already knew where she was going. Holy shit, I didn't even know that. Thank you so much for that. So she was at Heat Wave. Like, she must have known to Well, okay, here's the thing. People are like, do you think it's because of the match? Yeah, the match and the reception she got from American audiences. WWE didn't know that, like, people, myself, Eric Bischoff, those types of comments. I'm not saying I'm on the radar at all or whatever, but actually, they listen to PWT Confirmed. I found out today. No, not actually, but maybe people in WWE, people like us agree that she stood out in that card as well. You know what I mean? Like on that whole show, she was like a takeaway, like, okay, she's got something. They had to build her up properly. So that match, yes, of course it had something to do with it. Her translating to an American audience and then working Monet's half-assed lucha American style with her. And she stood out on Monet, who's a $5 million, $10 million talent, I guess, right? So it did influence it, but they have had their eyes on her for a while. Like they've been scouting her for a while. She had a tryout, I think, like a few years back, maybe. So I don't know. She's 31. I just expect her to have some bangers in NXT. And then they'll call her up. And even if she's involved in the LWO or Legado del Fantasma, like, who fucking care? I think it's fucked up that people think it's fucked up that races can't be together in a faction too, if that's a thing. Like, it's the Latino world order, bro. You know what I mean? Fucking who cares? I don't get why you're triggered by that, bro. It's so weird to me. WWE is watching everything. They really are, though. They actually are. That's a fact. I see that in the chat. They really do, bro. They're tapped into social media. You know they are. That's why they do the Joe Hendry shit. They know what they're doing. They know which voices are speaking real shit. So Stephanie Vaquer will be joining WWE on a multi-year contract, according to a source close to negotiations. There was several negotiations, and both WWE and AEW presented their best offers to try to convince her. So Tony was like, "Oh no, come here. Yeah, it'll be great. This is what we'll do.
It's great.
You'll wrestle on Super Card of Honor next month. It'll be great. Jesus. Well, you'll be on All In a three-way with Willow and..." She just saw that fucking crowd and was like, yeah, I'm going to the WWE. Her dreams were probably always WWE. Everyone's is, ultimately. Anyone who doesn't say that, I think, is capping. Like, I understand if that's not your vocation at the current present time, and if you're okay with not having done it, like, it's not cope. Like, no, I'm okay that I never did. Like, that's not cope to me. It's like, no, you know what I mean? I can totally see you getting fulfillment, like doing, if Kenny Omega never went to WWE, he did crazy awesome shit in Japan and stuff like that. He doesn't need to really do it, you know. He just should. For his legacy, like, that's where it'll show everyone, you know. Guys like Hangman, it's like, really show it. We know you can chop battle Danielson and bleed and do a flip off the rope, but tell that story, daddy. Sell a fucking draw house with that. Let's see you take it to the next level and go to WrestleMania. Latino heat is a lifestyle. Yeah, dude. Ask Liv Morgan. Yeah, I think that's all the stuff I have on Vaquer. So I wish her nothing but the best, and I think she's going to really stand out on NXT, but I don't think they'll keep her there long. She's like a sort of like a Lyra Valkyria. Like, they're going to want to get her up there as quick as they can. I feel like they just have to acclimate. Here, I'm gonna play you guys a clip. So I got, for briefly a moment, I was featured on Eric Bischoff's show here. I sent him a good old snooper duper chat, and he answered my question, and it popped me. Actually, he cracked a good joke, and this shit popped me for realsies. And he's got a dope collar and elbow shirt on. I love collar and elbow. Shout them out. Sponsor me. For real, though, I like your shit. Here we go, though. Let's play Eric Bischoff answering my question about Vaquer and Megan Bayne and Kamille. Not even a question, just me making a statement. Sometimes it's like, here, I just got to let this be heard.
What do we got? Super Day Pro Wrestle Clips.
Yeah.
Tony Khan has Kamille and Megan Bayne sitting at home being paid since 2023 for nothing. Come on now. It's not going to be the pot calling some kettle black on that one.
Dude, he keeps it real. Let's fucking go. Oh, my God. Look at his face, too. He's like, hey, man, you're not going to. I paid a lot of dudes to sit home, too. So,
Truth is the truth. Vaquer was more over than Monet. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm reading slow. Vaquer was more over than Monet and is going to the big times. Absolutely. And I said that. I think I covered that show. In fact, I know we did. And I pointed out, I'm going to go back and listen to my own comments. But I did make a mental note. And I think I did point out that I thought she looked really good because I had never seen her before. And And now that you pointed out, I don't want to say she looked better than Mercedes, but I think the expectation was a little higher for Mercedes, obviously. And perhaps Stephanie exceeded hers and perhaps Mercedes didn't. That's my take on it.
Fuck yeah. Shout out fucking Easy E for, let's give him a round of applause. But you got to admit, that was funny when he's like, hey, brother, I ain't calling the, I ain't the pot calling the kettle black over here. Right? That's hilarious, dude. That popped me out loud a couple times, obviously.